Frieza, a tyrant known across the universe for his ruthlessness and blatant disregard for life. For much of his lifetime, he was unquestionably the most powerful being in the universe, bending entire planets to his will, or extinguishing them on a whim. Almost 30 years after his first appearance, we still know very little about him. What made him into the heartless mass murderer he is now? There is one story in the fandom that may give us some answers, one that explores Frieza's childhood and the events that turned him into the evil emperor. The story I bring to you today comes from a good friend, Lady Tigri, who is both the artist and the writer for this unique Dragon Ball story. The story begins in age 708 on the planet Arcos, home planet of Frieza, Cooler, and King Cold. We see a caped King Cold overlooking his ship, as he is approached by one of his servants.
Your Grace, forgive the intrusion. Her Highness the Queen requests the honor of your presence in her chambers. She is eager for you to meet your son.
Oh, this is most pleasing news.
His complexion, my lord, it is paler than one is accustomed to seeing.
Is the condition detrimental in any way?
That is for your Grace to decide.
The guard escorts King Cold to the chambers of the Queen and leaves them in private. As King Cold approaches the Queen, he says,
Your guard tells me that we have another son.
The Queen replies, Yes, he's sleeping now. King Cold kneels by the bedside and says,
He can sleep later. He has an ailment?
The Queen replies, He's paler than usual, but there's no reason to suspect an ailment.
So, let's see him then.
Apprehensive, the Queen unwraps the cloth. He likes the warmth, she says. And there we have the first look at baby Frieza.
Hello there, little man. I am your papa. Cute little fellow, isn't he? He seems responsive.
Yes, he's alert.
Have you named him yet?
His name will be Frieza.
Why, hello, Frieza. How soon before we can assess his strength?
He's only an hour old.
Soon enough.
King Cold hands Frieza back to the Queen as he says,
I still don't understand why you insisted on incubating him yourself.
I wanted to see him first, the Queen replies.
It's such a waste of time. We have machines that do the same thing. And staff.
Frieza begins to sniffle. As he sneezes, he fires a powerful energy blast, which surprises both the King and the Queen. As baby Frieza begins to cry, his mother cradles him and says, Don't look at me like that. He needs to get some rest. King Cold replies,
I've seen all I need to see, have no worry. My army is yet green and still wanting of use.
He's only a baby. As King Cold storms off, he says,
A properly groomed leader will serve to mature the enterprise. No flower of Arcos will sweeten this child.
5 years pass by and we see that Frieza has grown to be a very mischievous young child, refusing to do as he is told and going where he pleases despite objections from his tenants. We cut to a military conference room where King Cold and a young Cooler are having a certain discussion. So what do you think? King Cold replies,
An idealist proposal is fine, but it seems like a lot of necessary work.
A necessity, yes, but only in the beginning. If I'm right, this distribution will serve my purpose.
And what purpose is that, son?
Maximum efficiency, of course.
As it happens, son, I have a way to achieve that targeted percentile of yours. While you focus on being neat and tidy, I see a more immediate solution.
Right at that moment, the servant stumbles as he pours the bottle of wine. King Cold looks unpleased as he picks him up. The servant pleads for his life, but to no avail.
Brute force.
King Cold instantly kills the servant, just to demonstrate a point to his son. The discussion goes on for a time as we cut back to Frieza, who has managed to lose his tenant. A very pleased Frieza runs outside into the courtyard, but as he begins to enjoy his freedom, a tall figure towers over him. What are you doing here, Frieza? Frieza innocently replies,
Good morning, Mama. I wanted to play in the fountain.
Frieza goes on and seems frustrated as he explains that he has no friends his age to play with.
Why is Cooler so busy?
asks a frustrated Frieza. He works with Papa. It's a lot of work, the Queen replies. Your brother also spends a lot of time training so that he can become strong. Do you want to be strong like Cooler one day?
I don't know, maybe.
Replies Frieza. Frieza's tenant arrives and explains that Frieza ran away from him. The Queen doesn't seem at all displeased, and she says that she will watch her son for the day. As Frieza and his mother bond, all of a sudden a stray energy blast narrowly misses them. That could have killed us, those damn fools.
It's Cooler and Papa.
Frieza rushes off against his mother's wishes and says,
I'll be back. I want to see the fight.
We cut to the nearby battlefield where Cooler and King Cold are. King Cold clearly has the upper hand, and he says to his son,
It seems you're getting rusty, son. It simply won't do if the leader of my army can't keep up. Don't tell me you're winded already.
Cooler rises and attacks him with all he has.
So sloppy. Unforgivable.
King Cold launches a powerful punch to his gut.
I trained you better than this. You want to lead my army, and you leave yourself open this way?
He easily punts Cooler up into the sky as he says this. The battle goes on, and Cooler is clearly outclassed. Just at that moment, Frieza arrives.
Brother, you look pathetic.
You miserable runt, who do you think you're talking to? Cooler punches Frieza in the face at full force, without any regard for the fact that Frieza is still a child.
Taking your frustration out on your baby brother isn't going to solve the issue that you keep dropping your guard, Cooler.
It makes me feel better. Besides, Right at that moment, a beam pierces Cooler's chest from behind. Frieza punts Cooler up into the air.
You big bully, I'll give you a lesson in manners.
Before Frieza attacks, he receives a chop to the neck, which knocks him out instantly.
Honestly, you two are impossible. Really now, letting your baby brother get the jump on you?
It wasn't that. The little freak shouldn't have been able to hit that hard. He very nearly killed me.
Very nearly, but he didn't. Get yourself to the medic. This warrants further investigation.
King Cold takes Frieza away to a secluded part of the castle grounds. He asks him,
Tell me, son, you hit your brother with a powerful ki beam. How long have you been able to do that?
My death beam? I don't know, a while. He deserved it.
Such an extreme response to what is a minor annoyance. I wonder, how would you respond if your life was in real danger?
All of a sudden, King Cold attacks.
You're fast, aren't you? But not as fast as you think you are.
Frieza swiftly dodges, and King Cold remarks,
What remarkable speed he has. I couldn't follow him at all.
As we see Frieza up in the air, he begins to charge his signature death ball. And as he does so, a sinister grin is drawn across King Cold's face.
A death ball? And it's quite strong. This boy's power, it's unreal. Still,
King Cold easily knocks the energy blast away.
No.
King Cold redirects the death ball right back at Frieza. Frieza is caught by his own attack, much like what would happen years later against Goku on Namek, and he falls to the ground unconscious. At that moment, King Cold begins to charge an attack, as though to kill his own son.
this won't be more than you can handle. Or if it is, the pain won't last long.
Frieza closes his eyes as he braces for the inevitable. Frieza awakens in shock as bandages are covering his head and body.
Mama, what are you doing here?
I wanted to make sure you were okay. I was worried about you. How are you feeling?
I don't know. Papa says I'm a natural fighter.
Does he now?
He says I'll be the strongest the universe has ever seen.
How about you get some sleep first?
I'm too big for you to stay with me, Mama.
I know, son, says Frieza's mother, as the chapter comes to a close. This is only the first chapter to this amazing story, and it gives us so much insight into the brutal methods King Cold used to raise his sons Frieza and Cooler, and that Frieza's ruthlessness probably came from constant exposure to his father. If you would like to read more of this amazing story on your own, please head over to Lady Tiggery's website or webtoons down below and follow her at all the social media links as well. To support the ongoing production of this special project, please head over to Lady Tiggery's Patreon and pledge your support. Even a little bit goes a long way. And finally, if you would like me to cover more of this story on the channel, please leave a comment down below and let me know. Subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much for watching.
And I will see you Saiyan monkeys in the next video.